Hank, this is what I'm talking about. Brown signs. They tell us about points of historical interest, or like parks and stuff, or lakes. You know how I love fishing.
Traffic lights. Traffic lights allow cities to move traffic around in the most efficient way. For example, during rush hour traffic, certain traffic lights that are on roads that are handling a lot of traffic can be left green longer, thereby allowing more traffic to flow through on that road. Of course, the cross streets will have to wait longer, but overall, more cars move through that intersection. Traffic lights can accomplish their job of controlling traffic several different ways. The traffic light is the traditional red, yellow, and green light at most intersections. The green light is telling the driver to go if it is clear. The yellow light is warning the driver that the light is about to turn red, which will require the driver to bring their car to a complete stop. Trouble comes for the beginning driver when the light transitions from green to yellow. The new driver has trouble judging when to stop or go when the light makes this transition from green to yellow. First, the light is going to stay yellow for about 2 seconds and maybe as many as 4 seconds. Therefore, if you are going 30 miles per hour, then you will need about 110 feet to stop. So if you are 115 feet away from the traffic light, you should stop. And if you are 50 feet away, you should go if the light turns yellow as you are approaching the intersection. Another rule to follow is when approaching an intersection where the light has just turned from green to yellow, ask yourself, if I brake hard right now, where will I end up stopped? If the answer is in the intersection or further, then you should go through the intersection, because ending up stopped in the middle of the intersection is the last place you want to be. Minimizing danger associated with traffic lights is clearly one of the goals of this course. So another way to minimize risk is to always cover the brake as you approach the intersection, and then return your foot to the gas once you have passed through the middle of the intersection. And finally, when you are sitting at the intersection and the light changes from red to green, look left and then right and then left before entering the intersection to check for anyone who might not be stopping on the cross street. This simple half-second precaution could certainly prevent a very serious collision. Traffic control devices guarantee us of one thing, that we are entering an area where lots of traffic intersects. This threat of intersecting traffic automatically means we are in a high-risk area and driver errors are much more likely. Strictly obeying the traffic light is the best way to minimize the risk associated with driving in this part of the transportation system. Always remember, traffic control devices are there to minimize risk and increase the flow of traffic as long as everyone follows the rules. Running red lights is just simply unacceptable. A flashing red light means for all drivers to come to a complete stop before entering the intersection. Look to the left, then to the right, and then back to the left. Then, if clear, go. Also, be aware at this type of intersection that the cross-street traffic may not have to stop at all. So, a mistake here could be fatal if the vehicle on the cross street is traveling at a high speed. A flashing yellow light requires drivers to always slow down and increase the width of their visual search, looking for danger coming from either side of the road. To aid your cautious efforts, lift your foot off the gas and cover the brake. Look for danger and be pleasantly surprised when it does not appear. These flashing yellow lights are also put up near fire stations and can turn red when the fire trucks are called out for an emergency. Finally, we all know the flashing yellow light on the school zone sign means the school zone speed is in effect. Finally, the last traffic light situation we are going to consider is the green arrow. Whether the green arrow is shown going to the left or sometimes to the right, it always means the driver has the right-of-way in the direction of the arrow. It is also saying please go in the direction of the arrow if you are in the correct lane to do so. Also, this light will usually be joined to the traditional red, yellow, and green lights. But if the green arrow is showing and the red light is also showing, then again, go in the direction of the arrow if you are in the correct lane to do so. If you are in a different lane, then the red light applies to those cars. A final warning about the green arrow, or really any other traffic light at an intersection, is to be ready to yield to pedestrians.